Hello and welcome to Warhammer Wednesday. In this week's video I will be reviewing the brand new Eldar Spiritseer, or Craftworld Spiritseer, whatever you want to call him. The only way to get this lovely miniature at the moment is to buy the Wake the Dead, is to buy the Wake the Dead box set, which costs £90. I'm sure that they'll release him separately at some point to give you an idea of what price you're kind of looking for. A Farseer, a plastic Farseer that you can get in the Start Collecting set is £12. The current Spiritseer, which is in fine cast, is £11. So I'm guessing probably either £11 or £12 if and when he is released. The rules that you get in the Wake the Dead set for him are exactly the same as in the Codex, the same for the Primaris Lieutenant. So I can predict his price being £11 or so. So let's have a little look at the model in detail. The lighting is a bit off today, unfortunately, but lots of detail on this miniature. I really like this Witchblade that he's carrying, even though sort of in game terms he doesn't really carry one. It is just the witch staff that he has, which kind of sucks in a way. It'd be great if he could carry a Witchblade, but nonetheless, great looking blade that Games Workshop have put on the model. Lots of gemstones about, as you can see, lots on his helmet and on the witch staff itself. Lovely looking sculpt for the staff. There are a couple of joins on his leg and on the rear there for his cloak, but they're easily kind of filed away and moulded. He's got a little bit of a scenic base going on as well on some kind of Eldar ruins. He's got a lovely shuriken pistol there and this big wraithbone kind of spine construct on the back. So lots of detail, lovely looking Spiritseer, and finally we get one in plastic. So you can, join this one up with your plastic Farseer and you're good to go, or just have him milling about near some Wraithguard. So let's do a couple of size comparisons. So with a normal Space Marine, he dwarfs a normal Space Marine. As you can see, he's going to stand a little bit taller than one of those. But then a Primaris, and I'm going to use the Primaris that you get in the Wake the Dead set. He's similar sort of height-wise. I'll probably say the Primaris is just a little bit taller, head and shoulder-wise. And obviously the sword of the model is taller, but there's not much in it, but definitely the Primaris stands out as a bigger model. So that's kind of like the size comparisons over with. What I like to do now is just talk about all the rules for the Spiritseer and essentially why you'd pick him. Well, you can find him in your HQ section in your brand new Eldar Codex, which I will still be going through a lot of the units in the Warhammer Wednesday videos. But for now, let's just focus on him. So he's a power points cost of a 3 and a points cost of 45. He's going to have to take his witch staff, which is 0 points, and the shuriken pistol, which again is 0 points. So he's 45 points base for the model. His stat line then: movement is 7 inches, weapon skill is 2+, ballistic skill 2+, strength and toughness are both 3. He's got 4 wounds, 2 attacks, leadership 8, and a save of 6+. But he does have the rune armor, which means he gets a 4+ invulnerable save. So shuriken pistol, like all of the shuriken pistols, it's a range 12-inch pistol, 1 strength 4 weapon with a damage of 1. But each time you make a wound roll of a 6 for the weapon, the hit is resolved with an AP of -3 instead of a 0. That's an extra little bite against Space Marines and units that have a decent save. The witch staff, unfortunately, is just the strength of the user, which is a 3, but it does have 2 damage, and the weapon always wounds on a roll of a 2+, so it kind of negates that strength 3, but you don't get any extra fancy things there, like it ignores saves or anything like that. So his abilities: he's got Ancient Doom and Battle Focus, also the rune armor, which is 4+ invulnerable, and Spirit Mark. So this is probably the reason why you'll get him. You can re-roll hit rolls of 1 for friendly Craftworld Spirit Host units against enemy units that are within 6 inches of this model. That's pretty good. So anything with Spirit Host, like your Wraithguard or your Wraithblades, They have Spirit Host. Your Wraith Lord has Spirit Host. And also your Wraith Knight has a Spirit Host. So basically you want to be kind of like in a Yoda fashion, grabbing one of these guys and slinging him in on the back of your Wraith Knight and just moving about the board, if he can really, you know, catch up. I mean, it would be cool if you could give him a jet bike or a jump pack or something just to keep up with the Wraith Knight, just to re-roll the hit rolls of WOM for the unit's attacks, especially if you've got a kind of shooting Wraith Knight or you know, Wraith Guard with the Wraith Cannons. So that'd be great. That's the main reason why you'd pay your kind of Wraith, you know, your Spiritseer tax, as I want to call it. He is a Psyker and can attempt to manifest 1 psychic power in each friendly psychic phase and attempt to deny 1 psychic power in each enemy psychic phase. It knows the Smite power and 1 psychic power from the Runes of Battle Discipline. Faction keywords: Eldari, Azurani, Spirit Host, Character, Infantry, Psyker and Spiritseer. So there you go, that is the Spiritseer. Full review. Is a bit of an upgrade compared to your normal Warlock. Your Warlock has the same stat line except for a worse weapon skill and ballistic skill, half the wounds, but the Warlock can take the Singing Spear and a Witchblade, and can inflict that mortal wound with the Destructor psychic power, but doesn't get any extra abilities other than that. Yes, the Spiritseer has a better stat line, so it's more survivable, but he's given you a buff to all your Spirit Host units, like your Wraith Guard, your Wraith Lords and your Wraith Knights. If you've got any of the Wraith units, a Spiritseer really is a must, just to re-roll all of the rolls for WOM for your friendly units. He really is worth it. It'd just be cool if he could take a Singing Spear or a Witchblade, like his kind of cheaper, worser Warlock brethrens. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it's a completely different faction rather than an upgrade for a Warlock within the craft world kind of hierarchy and things. Anyway, that is the Spiritseer, brand new plastic Spiritseer from Games Workshop in the Wake the Dead box set. What do you guys think of the miniature? Please do put it in the comments below. I think it's a fantastic sculpt, and it's the main miniature that drew me to the set, and I hope he's available separately for everybody else shortly. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor protects.